The left-wing media is absolutely hilarious. I made a video talking about how US Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is overtly Somalia first. And people have been pushing back saying, oh, you're using a misinterpreted translation. And so we have a left-wing news organization called the Minnesota Reformer, and they took that same approach. And then in their defense, that she apparently wasn't being Somalia first, they gave their own translation that was approved, more or less, by the Ilhan Omar campaign and the official team. And it's actually even worse. And I'm going to prove it to you. Well, one of the main contentions that the left-wing media and the corporate mainstream media that's defending Ilhan Omar is claiming is that she never said that I am Somalia first and then Muslim second, conveniently leaving out that she's a US citizen at all. Well, in the actual translation, she does say we are Somali, we are Muslim. So there's actually not a difference. I guess you could say she didn't literally say I am Somalia first, but she said we are Somali, we are Muslim. So that's a non-starter right there. The other contention is that right-wing pundits and elected officials were misinterpreting, again, because the translation on the initial video that went viral had some, I guess, wrong words or something like that, that she didn't repeat the genocidal mantra that Somalia is for Somalis. But she quite literally says Somalia is Somali. So it's the same exact thing. What she means by that, after I've done some research to try and understand, like, is this truly genocidal? The answer is no, I don't think it's genocidal unless you're a leftist. Leftists frame all of these weird things as genocidal, but from the left, if you were to take what they usually attribute to the right as genocidal, then yes, it actually is. Because what she's saying is that the area, the geographic area of ancestral Somalia is for Somalis. And so if you are not ethnically a Somali, that is not your land. And she even says at the end of her speech that she hopes, God willing, inshallah, that one day all of the ancestral land of Somalia will be reunited and made into one Somalia, such as Russia right now that wants to reunite the ancestral land of Russia. But the left calls that genocidal, don't they? Or let's say that you are the traditional people that historically have lived in the land that we call Israel today, that was before called Palestine, British Mandate area. But in ancient Jewish times, you had the area that was Israel and Judea. So if you wanted to reunite all of those lands, I guess that would be okay based off of Ilhan Omar's claim of reuniting ancestral land. Now here's the most egregious part. Remember, Ilhan Omar has an election certificate that says that she is a United States Congresswoman. But when she talks about Somalia's president, she says our president. Now she doesn't say your president, she says our. Now my understanding is that Ilhan Omar is a naturalized American citizen, hence the reason why she's actually able to be a US congressperson. So it's weird that she would say our because that includes herself. And then she also says our land. Now again, my understanding is that Ilhan Omar is a naturalized American citizen. So who is this our? Oh yeah, that's right, because she identifies as a Somali and she doesn't view herself as an American in the traditional sense. She overtly says in her speech that she represents the people of Somalia and that she was sent to Congress to represent their interests. She never once says that she's there to represent American interests, which is weird unless you understand that she's never, ever wanted to represent American interests. She views that her entire goal is to use our system to get what she wants for what she perceives as her people. And her people are not United States American citizens. And that is abundantly clear. So good job to the Minnesota Reformer for giving us the real translation. It's worse than we thought. Now, I like to look at the silver linings, and this is a silver lining here. Ilhan Omar would probably now agree with the statement that America is for Americans. See how that works? That's great.